All right, y'all. The lighting is a little bit crazy in here today. Well, I shouldn't say crazy, but it is. What time is it? It is 7:48 p.m. and I am leaving one of my offices away from my home office, the public library. People do still go to public libraries, and I am one of them. But um, so I was talking to my last client, and we just had to get really real. This is a client that's struggling with doing the things and struggling with getting serious and struggling with just getting results because of those things. So I asked her, I said, what about your life do you think would be better if you lost 100 pounds? If you were 100 pounds lighter, if you could snap your fingers and you could wake up tomorrow morning and be 100 pounds lighter, what would be better about your life? And within a few seconds, she named off 3 to 5 things that are difficult about her life right now because of her current weight. Her knees, going up and down flights of stairs, her feet hurt. There was like a list of 5 things that she named off that would be better about her life if she was 100 pounds lighter. And she did that in less than a minute. And then I said to her, okay, now what about your life would be better than it is right now if you were 100 pounds heavier? And just for reference, this client is 250 pounds. So I asked her the first question at 150 pounds, where she was able to name a bunch of things that would be better about her life if she was 100 pounds lighter. Then I asked her to tell me what about your life would be better if you were 100 pounds heavier than you are right now. And she literally could not name one thing that would be better or easier about her life at 100 pounds heavier. And she was really thinking. And I know it's got to be tough because, look, we always look to, I guess, I don't know if justify is the right word, but we always want to find evidence that supports our current behaviors, right? So you're always going to look for things to support the way you are right now. And that's one of the biggest things that stops people from changing, is that their ego stands in their way of just saying, this is not good for me. And I am willing to look stupid to fix what's wrong with me. And not saying that there's anything wrong with you as a person. But if there's something that you don't like and you have the ability to change it and you choose not to change it, then that is the problem. So she could not name one thing that would be better about her life at 100 pounds heavier. And I said to her, you know what we just did? I said to her, we just predicted your future at 100 pounds heavier and 100 pounds lighter. Because I said, one of these is going to be the reality for you. You are either going to be 100 pounds heavier, because you're not going to stay the same, because she even said that. She said, well, I could stay the same. And I said, what do you know? What thing with age stays the same? Everything with age gets worse. Most things with age don't have the opportunity to get better. Okay, now, look, I understand that as we get older, we are going to look different. That is just the way it is. My goal is that you are the best version of yourself at your age. I know at the age that I'm at right now, I don't look the same as I did 10 years ago, but I am in better shape than most men my age. Not that it means anything, because I don't compare myself to other people, but it just is the way it is because of the way I take care of myself. Okay, but she said to me, she said, well, I could stay the same. I said, no, you're not going to stay the same. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. And by your own admittance, your life is essentially going to be worse in 5 to 10 years if you don't do anything about it right now. You're only going to get worse. You're only going to gain more weight. You're not just going to miraculously lose weight. So I said, the choice is yours. You can either get serious about this now and have so many things on top of the things that you already mentioned that would be better about your life at 100 pounds lighter. You can either have that version of yourself, or you can have the version of yourself that the path that you're currently traveling down, the 100 pounds heavier. I said, but the choice is yours. So if you're struggling getting serious with making changes, I want you to run that experiment on yourself. Ask yourself those questions. What would be better about your life if you lost X amount of weight? If you've got a weight loss goal, just ask yourself, and you have to be honest. Like, you cannot allow your ego to not be proven wrong. So you're going to start to find bogus reasons of why being the current weight, the where you currently are, is okay. Really be honest with yourself. What about your life is better being where you're at right now? And what about your life would be better if you gained X amount of more weight? Now, you could also run the same test or experiment and say, what would be worse about your life? What is going to be worse about your life if you lost 100 pounds? What is going to be worse about your life if you gained 100 pounds? And then you see what look, it's just like the pluses and minuses of things. Easy way to figure out if you should or shouldn't do something is to sit down, grab a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle, and put positives on one side and put negatives on the other. And you just list all the positives out if you do this thing or make this decision. And on the other side of the paper, list all the negatives down. And whichever side of the paper is more beneficial towards you is the answer of what you should do. So let me know what you think about that. I think my client definitely understood the meaning of that little exercise. Who knows how seriously, she'll take it, but we'll see. But let me know what you think about, that discussion, that little exercise that I did with my client. And do you think it's something that might help you get better results on your fitness journey or on anything in life? Doesn't have to be related to fitness, on anything in life that you want to see improvements in. Comment below. Let me know what you think. And if you need help on your journey, click the first link below in the description. Fill out the form, and the two of us will figure out what we need to do to get you from where you're at to where you want to be.